Welcome back to Unfoolish Investing, everybody, where we separate the market noise from the real plays. Today, we're diving into one of the most controversial AI stocks out there. No, it's not NVIDIA, it's Palantir Technologies. It's a stock that's been on fire. But here's the real question. Is Palantir, after earnings reported today, and the stock going up 23.4%, $100 stock? Is it a golden ticket? Or is it a financial trap? We're going to break down its valuations, risks, and rewards. And by the end of this episode, you'll know whether Palantir at 100 is a buy, a hold, or sell. Let's get into it. Palantir is a data analytics powerhouse. Started off building intelligence software for the CIA and U.S. military. Today, they've expanded into commercial markets, but their bread and butter is still what? Government contracts. Why this matters? Think of Palantir like a brain for big data. It helps companies and governments process insane amounts of information, predict patterns, and make high-stakes decisions. The company has two key platforms: Gotham, the secret sauce for military and government agencies, and Foundry, the commercial side, helping businesses like airlines, banks, and healthcare companies crunch data efficiently. Why do people love it? It's got that cool factor. Am I right? Military tech, AI, and secretive edge. Plus, Palantir is riding the massive AI wave. And that's where the hype really kicks in. Why? Well, let's talk numbers. Palantir is growing like crazy. But is it worth the price tag? Here's a breakdown. Q4 earnings just reported. Revenue, $828 million. Up 36% year over year. EPS, 14 cents a share. Beat expectations. U.S. commercial revenue growth, plus 64%. Government revenue growth, plus 45%. You're hearing all this and you're saying, this is why it's blowing up after hours. This is why that stock went from 83 to 103 and continues to run, right? Palantir is delivering strong growth, especially in commercial markets. But here's where things get tricky. Valuation. At $100 a share, Palantir's valuation gets downright terrifying. Its PE ratio, up above 178. The tech average for this sector is 20 to 30. The PS ratio blows up to 56. Very high for a software company in this industry, especially one that doesn't what? Have a dividend or do buybacks. It's purely a growth play. What does this mean for you, unfoolish investors? You're paying a huge premium for Palantir's AI future. But at these valuations, even small setbacks could send this stock crashing. As we've just seen, right? It's over the month. We had lows of $65 roughly, $64.98, right? Then it came up, then it went right back. So roughly 75. So if it has a problem, this stock is collapsing, right? Even a small problem. Palantir's biggest opportunity right now is AI-driven analytics. And the market for AI is expected to explode over the next decade. But here's the problem. Palantir is still too reliant on government contracts. Looking at you, Doge, do we see cutbacks coming there? Government contracts are not guaranteed. U.S. military spending is cyclical. New administrations can slash budgets. Again, looking at you, Doge. Palantir's deep ties with defense. Make it a target for regulation. Competition continues to heat up as well from some enormous players. Microsoft, Snowflake, and Google are blowing into Palantir's market. Many companies may build their own AI solutions instead of using Palantir's. What does this mean for you, Unfoolish investors? Well, if Palantir can't keep winning new government contracts or growing its commercial business, its stock price at 100 is not sustainable. It's just not. But let's flip the script, right? Why might Palantir actually be worth 100, right? AI spending is expected to hit 1.5 trillion by 2030. AI market explosion right there. Palantir's AI-driven foundry is gaining traction in healthcare, finance, and the energy sector. They're also working hard to expand beyond government. U.S. commercial revenue, like I said at the beginning of this episode, is up 64% year over year. A strong sign. If they continue landing big corporate deals, Palantir can justify its valuation. Why do the bulls love Palantir? Well, Palantir keeps executing. Its AI dominance could make $100 look cheap in 5 years. But it has to prove itself first. Now for the moment of truth. If Palantir hits 100 and stays right there around 100, 103 when the market's open tomorrow, what should you do? Bearish case, the valuation is stretched. 178 plus PE is insanely high. Government dependency could hurt long-term growth. AI hype could fade, leading to a correction. If AI keeps booming, though, Palantir will be a key player. U.S. commercial revenue is continuing to grow fast, and long-term investors believe in the AI revolution. But here's my final thoughts on foolish investors. At $100 a share, Palantir is a high-risk, high-reward stock. If you're already in, I say you hold. You're holding tight here. You're not selling. You're definitely not buying. But if you're looking to buy, it might be smarter to wait for that pullback. Wait for that pullback, and again, it will come just as it went up, right? From the depths, 26, and then came back down to 40, right? Before continuing to go up. My play would be wait for that pullback, buy somewhere in the 50 to 70-ish dollars. If it's 75 and you want to get in, that's fine. Anywhere between 50 to $70, to me, that's a better risk-reward ratio than buying in at these levels. You have to be patient, Unfoolish investors, when you're looking for that initial buy. I'm not saying you can't get in if you really think it's going up, but I am saying at some point in the near future, there will be a pullback. And you know what? That's when you buy. That's when you have it set to go. So that's a wrap for today's Unfoolish Investing. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Palantir, make sure you hit subscribe and share this with your fellow investors. Let me know. Are you bullish? Bearish on Palantir at 100? Drop a comment. Email me at unfoolishinvesting@gmail.com. As always, stay unfoolish, stay patient, and keep investing the smart way, the unfoolish way.